Welcome to Make the Most of Mailchimp. This is part 4, your Mailchimp project team roles video. Here's the agenda. We'll go over the goals for the Mailchimp course and part 4 of the course. We'll do a quick recap of the highlights from part 3. We'll go over some key takeaways from the Perfect Outreach Projects training, and we'll talk about roles on your Mailchimp team. So the goals for the course and for part 4 of the course. Well, as you know by now, the goals for making the most of Mailchimp is that you'll understand the big picture of Mailchimp, and you'll have the fundamental knowledge you need to figure out all of its various features on your own. And after completing part 4, you'll know what roles go into sending Mailchimp emails, how to get the most out of your team, and the basic process from beginning to end. So let's do a quick recap from part 3. To maximize your open rate, click-through rate, and conversion rate, we have 5 tips for you. And the first is to clearly think through the target audience's motivations and reservations when writing the email. The second tip is to write good, strong subject lines that speak to those motivations. The third tip is to use merge tags to personalize the email. The fourth tip is to focus your whole message on the behavior that you want. And the fifth tip is to use buttons in your email to draw the subscriber's eye to the conversion opportunity. Photos are a really important part of your Mailchimp email, just like any other outreach message. Eyes are the windows to the soul. Pictures of faces will draw people's eyes into that email. Monkey see, monkey do. Good images of people doing the things that you will want them to do can inspire them. And before and after pictures, seeing is believing, can help convince your audience that your work makes a difference. If you carefully organize your lists of subscribers into groups and segments, that can help you choose words and pictures. You can know what the group or the segment has in common and what words and pictures they might respond to. If you lump all of your different kinds of subscribers together, you have a muddled mess, and it can be hard to pick and choose your words for all those different kinds of people. You may be able to improve your response by sending emails over another person's signature, somebody that they look up to, and definitely try to include testimonials from your target audience in your email about how great the work is that you do and how glad they are to be a part of it. So here are some key takeaways from the Perfect Outreach Projects course. That's the core training that we offer to help conservation professionals manage their outreach projects successfully and avoid self-inflicted disappointment. And one of the things we learn in that course is that when a committee takes the path of least resistance, that path leads to an overly complicated message and a project that falls behind schedule and runs over budget. And clearly defining who is responsible for what, that's one of the ways you can avoid this kind of self-inflicted disappointment, and that's what this video is going to very briefly cover. The roles that need to be played on your Mailchimp team. Now, it might seem strange to talk about roles when sending an email, because dozens of times every day you're going to write an email and you are going to do it all yourself. You're going to do the technology work, you're going to write the message, you're going to pick any photos or anything else that you attach, and you're going to do it all yourself. We discourage you from using Mailchimp the same way, and we encourage you to involve other people on your project team to help make sure that your email is successful. Here's our outreach strategy brief. This is the planning document that we use to guide all of our various types of outreach activities. And in the project management section, we have a table for the project team. And one of the roles that we identify on the project team is the sponsor. Let's meet one. Here's a sponsor. He found the money for the project. His title might be grant officer, budget officer, director, executive this and that, hi muckety muck. Sponsors find the money for the project. They usually identify a project manager, and then they leave the details to the project manager. So the ideal sponsor for a Mailchimp project is going to think that sending the email is your job, but will be expecting a report on how well it did once you send it out. Another key role on any team is the project manager. Now, the project manager has to make sure everything gets done, but the project manager does not have to do everything themselves. If you're taking the Make the Most of Mailchimp course, you're probably going to be the project manager for any emails that are going out. But that doesn't mean that you have to do everything all by yourself, and in fact, you shouldn't. Reviewers are a very important part of a Mailchimp email, and here's why. Once you hit send on that Mailchimp email, it's going to go out to hundreds or thousands of people, and if you find a mistake afterwards, it's too late. And that's a terrible feeling when you send the email and then you realize you have to send a correction. The reviewers can help you prevent that, and they should get involved in 2 stages. It's helpful to get the reviewers to go over the email before you plug it all into Mailchimp. Have them look at the photos that you're thinking about including. Have them look at the text that you want to include. Let them give you feedback before you plug it all into Mailchimp. Once you plug all the text and photos into Mailchimp, send a test email to your reviewers so they can proofread it, make sure it looks good on their phone and on their computers, and click on all the links and make sure those links take them where they're supposed to go. And then, of course, you have some doers who will put together the pieces for the email. In some cases, you might be the doer, and in some cases, you might be better off having somebody else help you. Somebody's got to write the text for the email. If you're a great writer, awesome. If not, find the best writer you can to prepare your text. Somebody's got to round up photos for that email. Do you have a great eye for photos? Great. If not, have somebody who does find the photos for your email. The quality of the photos will profoundly influence your click-through rate and your conversion rate. And of course, somebody has to put the text and the photos into Mailchimp and assemble them into the email that you're going to send to hundreds or thousands of people. If you're taking this class, that's probably going to be you. And those are the Mailchimp project team roles.